Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mackie and I hope you're all having a great day today. So we are on day number 19 of 25 days of Christmas. It is officially the last day to enter for the surfboard giveaway. So to enter, all you have to do is subscribe, turn on all post notifications, and go to my video I posted on December 10th and comment why you want a surfboard and what you would do with it. I don't care if you guys resell it, it's worth a lot of money, so you can either sell it, hang it on your wall, try to use it, do whatever you want with it. I don't care. But in today's video, I'm gonna be answering some of your guys' paranormal questions. Yesterday, I told you guys to comment any questions you may have regarding anything paranormal, since I always see so many questions on my videos asking for advice or just general questions. So I thought, why not do a Q&A video, but paranormal version? So that's what we're gonna be doing today. And I'm really excited to do this. Hopefully at least one person can find something I say helpful or just cure your curiosity. So let's just get straight into the video. Before we begin, I want to give you guys a little update on that cleansing ritual I did the other night, and that was the second ritual I had done trying to clear out the evil spirits from my house. So the first one I did was a fire ritual, and my friend who's a medium who recommended it to me said that when I did that it weakened the evil spirit but didn't get rid of him completely. So she told me to do the second ritual. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to my video from 2 days ago and you'll see the whole ritual. So after I completed that second ritual, I felt pretty good. The rest of the day my house felt very light and airy. I didn't have any anxiety or panic attacks or anything like that. So I was feeling good, and I decided to message my friend who's the medium and see if she could still sense the evil spirit. And this is what she said. So I said, hey, I did that ritual, can you see if it worked? And she said, oh my gosh, good news, I can't sense him. Have you felt his presence in your house since? And I said, oh my gosh, no way. I haven't sensed him at all. My house feels way lighter and less creepy. She said, I'm not able to sense or connect with him whatsoever. You did it, he's gone. We did it finally. After dealing with this for so long, he's finally gone. I can't believe these two cleansing rituals actually worked. I've never done anything like this in my entire life, so I wasn't really sure what I should be expecting, but I believe what she says because everything she said to me this far has been so incredibly accurate and correct. And like I said before with the fire ritual, she basically told me that if I did that ritual, it should get rid of him completely. She was saying it was going to get rid of him completely and it would 100% work to get rid of him. So when I texted her and asked if it worked and she said no it didn't, it just weakened him, that made me feel like she was legit. Otherwise I feel like she would have just been like, oh yeah, totally, he's gone now. So I completely believe what she has to say, and I can tell a difference in my house. It just feels completely different, way lighter. And for everyone wondering, here's Sam. Sam is still here. The ritual didn't get rid of him or any of my loved ones that come and visit. The ritual is strictly for banishing evil spirits. So I can still feel Sam's presence, but just the heavy, evil, negative energy is just gone. So that is great news. I'm so happy. So if anyone has anything similar going on in their house or something's attached to you, I highly recommend doing both of these rituals just to be safe. So I do the fire ritual first like I did. And if you haven't seen that video, I posted it about a week ago. And then I would also do this other ritual. I don't even know the name for it. This is just a step-by-step she gave me. So if you want to follow along with that one as well, you can go watch my other video I just posted doing it. So I just thought I would share that with you guys because it is great news. So yeah, I'm happy. Now into the questions. Okay, so the first question that I'm going to be answering that I just have seen so many times is, how can you tell if it's a good spirit or a bad spirit? A lot of people are saying that they have a spirit in their house or stuff moves or they have some paranormal activity going on and they can't tell if it's good or bad. So the best way to tell is honestly, don't overthink, just let yourself feel it. So if it's just a normal, harmless spirit, maybe like it's a loved one who passed on, you should feel pretty relaxed and maybe a little bit scared just because it's paranormal activity. But for the most part, it feels pretty light and playful, and maybe you just hear a noise at night. That's usually the way I tell if it's a good spirit. I can feel it super strong. So say with Sam, when he does something, it's almost as if just a normal person just knocked on the wall. So I don't feel like it's actually a spirit. I don't feel like there's something actually in the room with me. It just feels like, okay, like someone just knocked on the wall. Compared to if it's a negative spirit, for example, I feel it in my stomach. The best way to describe it is like nervous butterflies. You know how your stomach starts churning? So that's one of the main ways. And then also I just get anxiety, and it just feels like, it just feels heavy. When there's a negative spirit, I get super hot and just flustered, and I do this all the time, like a heavy sigh trying to get a breath. So it's just a completely different energy. You'll know it feels really scary and dark, and you feel terrified for no reason, and you just feel like someone's standing behind you. And recently I described it to someone as, if it's a positive spirit, it will feel as if there's not even a spirit there. But if it's a negative spirit, you'll feel the heavy energy. Now, a lot of times a negative spirit will try to disguise itself as maybe a loved one who's passed away, or just as a playful spirit. Over time, things will become more and more noticeable to the point where eventually you will start feeling that negative energy, almost as if something's a little bit off. There's a voice in the back of your head telling you something's not right. So those ones are a little more tricky, but if that does start to happen and you start to realize like, hey, this is something bad, start ignoring it until it has to leave. Most of the time, if it's not attached to you or your house, it will just leave. But in my case, I had to do cleansing to get rid of mine. I'd say the main way to tell if it's good or bad is just feel the energy, clear your mind, and just feel it. Question number 2 that I get asked almost every single day, and that is, can you get haunted through watching haunted videos? So basically the question is, can you guys get haunted and get something attached to you just by watching my paranormal videos? And the answer for that is no, somewhat. So basically, no, you cannot get haunted by watching my video. You can't get haunted through the screen. Sam isn't gonna come into your house just because you're watching him on YouTube. But if you're watching paranormal videos and you start to think about this kind of stuff a lot, and you start getting more curious and looking stuff up, and maybe try the necrophonic app or something like that, you're becoming more open to it. So when you become more open to it and you start doing things like using apps or maybe playing haunted games, stuff like that, you can start experiencing more paranormal activity if you're reaching out to it like that. But if you're strictly just watching a video, you cannot get haunted through it. It's not gonna summon something into your house. There was that one time a couple years ago when I first started watching YouTube, and I watched a Ouija board video. Then all this stuff in my house started happening, but it was from my previous Ouija board experiences, the spirit that was already here. So the spirit that was already here started to act up and do stuff. But that is just because I started to open my mind up to it again after it had been closed off for so many years. So I started to think about all that stuff again, and the Ouija board, and he just like took advantage of that. So I mean, if you already have something like that in your house, maybe it can do the same thing. But no, you cannot get haunted just from watching my video or any other paranormal videos. So I hope that answers that. I always see people asking where I got Sam from, and the honest answer for that is I don't know. I still have not a clue, and that is because one of you guys, I don't know who it was, if it was from YouTube or TikTok, one of you guys sent me Sam, and he just arrived at my PO box with no information, literally nothing to this day. I still don't know who sent him, But at this point, thank you for sending him, because he protects me and he is a good spirit, so thank you for that. But please don't send me anything else haunted, please, I'm begging you. So yeah, I'm not really sure, but a lot of people were saying, which is shocking, and were saying that they saw Sam on eBay. So I don't know if that was actually true, but I saw probably 2 or 3 people who said that they saw Sam's doll on eBay. So I don't know if someone purchased him on there and sent it to me, I don't know. But yeah, I hear there's a lot of haunted dolls on eBay. I know Kelsey got hers on eBay, so if you're looking for one, go over there, but just be careful because a lot of them are not good spirits and you don't want to get trapped with something bad. So just be really careful. I wouldn't recommend it, to be honest. This is a specific question from Jeff Wright that he commented on my last video, so I'm going to answer this one. He says, how do you properly use dowsing rods? Because I want to try them out, but I don't know how, and I don't want to use them wrong. So with dowsing rods, they're pretty simple unless you're me, who has ADD and ADHD, so I'm always pretty shaky. I can't really like keep my hands still. So whenever I try to use, I can't use them just because I am so shaky. It wouldn't be accurate, but they're extremely simple to use. All you do is hold the rods, make sure your thumbs are away from the top. You want to hold it just like that. And all you have to do is balance it until they're completely straight, pointed out and not moving anywhere. Stay extremely still and clarify with the spirit what yes and no look like. So there's no right way to do it. You can say cross for yes, open for no, or open for yes and cross for no. It doesn't really matter, whatever you feel like doing. But make sure you do say that before starting so you have straight up answers. And then you just go ahead and ask your answers, whatever they may be. And another thing, when you do this, and this also goes for any type of communication, always, always, always to make sure you clarify who you're reaching out to. Because if you don't clarify, you're just gonna be getting random spirits in, and a lot of times those type of spirits are not good ones. So make it clear who you want to talk to and be very stern about it. So you would say, I want to talk to Sam only. I only want to talk to Sam. No one else is allowed. And then you'd say open for yes, cross for no. Then you go ahead and ask your questions. They'll do their thing, but make sure you just don't move your hands. They are pretty flimsy in the way that if you shake a little bit, they're gonna just flop over. So just be extremely still. I can't do it, like I said, I'm too shaky, unfortunately, but that is the right way to do it. And always close it out and say goodbye. And if you're at a different location, make sure you say no one is allowed to follow me home, no one is permitted, and then you're good to go. That's how you use them. Super simple. So another question I got on my last video was from Rushan Basin. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry if that's so wrong, but they said, did you ever see Sam in your house? And yes, I have seen Sam a few times. The most memorable one, he was right outside my glass slider, which is right behind the camera, and I saw him walking back and forth, and every time I'd look over, he ducked behind the corner. I have seen him a few times, and to me, it wasn't like the physical person, it was just like a black silhouette of a man. But it wasn't like a shadow person, it was nothing scary, it just looked like a silhouette of someone. So yes, I have seen him. Another common question is about the Necrophonic app that I use. So a lot of people ask if it's safe, if it's dangerous, if they can do it in their house, and basically I'll give you guys a quick rundown about the app. Just like the dowsing rods, I said you have to make it clear who you want to communicate with so no one takes advantage of it. And for the most part, it's fairly safe. You just have to make sure you're in the right headspace. So you have to be confident, and you can't be scared because that's when bad spirits will take advantage of you. So make sure you're confident, you're calm, say who you're reaching out to, and when you're done, say goodbye and make sure they know that is goodbye. The communication stops after that point. So if you do it safely like that, then yes, it is safe, but you have to look at like a Ouija board. You say goodbye and close it out. You have to do the same thing with any other form of communication. So if you feel like you're ready for it, I'd say go for it. But if there's still some doubts in your head and you feel a little bit scared, I'd say don't do it. Hold off, wait until you're ready. Because when you do the Necrophonic app, you're literally opening up a portal to the other side to communicate with spirits. So you just have to look at it that way. Make sure you're ready for it. Now, another question I always get is about Ouija boards. There's very mixed opinions on this. For me personally, I don't really like them. I'm pretty much done with them. I might do it occasionally if it's in a safe setting and I have all the protection I need to specifically talk to Sam only. But other than that, I don't think anyone should use them unless you're a complete professional with it and you know what you're doing. I feel like that's safe, but if you just go out and buy a Ouija board because you want to try it out, I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think you should do it. Most of the spirits on there are not good ones. So I say don't do the Ouija board, but if you do it, make sure you have a bunch of protection, look into it, bring candles, be in the right state of mind, say goodbye, be stern and confident just like the app. So that's my opinion on Ouija boards. Okay, then another question I always get, and I love this question, a lot of people ask me if animals go into the spirit realm, they can come back and visit us once they've passed away, and I 100% believe that their souls go to the other side, and yes, they can come back and visit us as spirits. I've had a couple of experiences with my dog who passed away a couple of years ago where I literally heard his nails walking on my hardwood floor, and the way he walked was a very specific sound. It was kind of like a tick 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 tick. It's a very specific way. So, and I've heard his like weird grunts he'd make. So I 100% believe it. And then I talked to a medium like a year ago, and she basically said that one of my dogs who had passed away comes and visits me all the time. So I knew exactly what she was talking about, and I 100% believe that animals do come back and visit us as spirits. So if you ever hear or feel the presence of your past animal, I say that they actually are there coming to visit you. Another question is, how did I get into this stuff? Oh, well, since the earliest I could remember, I was always terrified of spirits. I was terrified of the dark. I couldn't sleep alone for some reason. Even as a little kid, I remember just being terrified of something for no reason. I didn't even know what spirits were at that point, so there was no reason I should be scared of anything. And I just remember being scared all the time. And I was told that that evil spirit that has been in my house forever was here before we even bought the house. So I think it has always been here in my room, and even as a little kid I was sensing it or picking up on it because I've been told I'm an empath, which I completely agree with 100%. That's a whole nother story, but so I believe I was picking up on that energy ever since I was a little kid, and it was really scaring me. And then I started, as I got older, stuff started actually happening to me, and I started to figure out what spirits actually are. And there was never at one point in my life that I can remember a doubt in my mind that spirits could be fake. So from the time I was born, I always believed in them, and they were my biggest fear until, honestly, probably a couple years ago when my friend passed away. And I finally started actually like trying to feel his spirit and accept him into my house and talk to him and stuff like that, instead of always being scared of seeing and hearing these things. For once, I was actually embracing it, and just the stuff that started happening when I did start embracing this sensitivity that I have was just so crazy and so, I don't even know, what's the word? It was so comforting knowing that he had passed away, but I was physically hearing and seeing and feeling him, that it just completely changed my whole outlook on life. And it completely changed my outlook on spirits in general. It went from something that had always terrified me and was my biggest fear to something that was now bringing me so much comfort in life and death and all of that. So when that happened, I slowly but surely started embracing my sensitivity more and more and kind of reaching out to it and getting more into it and researching what I can do to strengthen this sensitivity, and now here we are today. And I guess I just like I said, it just brings me comfort knowing that spirits are out there and it isn't the end, and our loved ones are truly always with us and show us signs that they're here. So I guess that's what got me into it and why I'm into it today, and I've been able to help a few people through it, so that makes me really happy. And it's kind of like it's helping me figure out why I am how I am. So yeah, that's how I got into it. But okay, I think that's all the time we have today for questions. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Leave a comment down below if you want a part 2 to answering these questions. If you do want a part 2, start commenting your questions right down there. And if you are new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. But if you guys want to see like my Christmas morning video, like opening gifts and stuff like that, leave that down in the comments too, because I'll film it if you guys want to see it. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you tomorrow. Peace.